How many meals do you eat a day? It is widely accepted that you split your daily food intake into 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? But in recent years, some experts have suggested eating smaller, more frequent meals.
That's right. We got our 9 News medical expert, Dr. Pyle Coley, joining us now to break down the pros and cons of each. So first, Dr. Coley, where did the concept of like 3 hearty meals even originate from?
It's a complete cultural phenomenon, ladies. We evolved to actually have what's called opportunistic eating, which means we're hunter-gatherers. We eat when we can, and there's feast or famine, right? When we can't eat, we don't eat. But really what happened in the Middle Ages is we started eating 1 big meal a day. And then people who were wealthy started eating dinner as well, so it became a sign of wealth. And then we all went to work in the Industrial Revolution. And then around our work schedule, it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then the advertisements came, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And here you go. We've gone from 1 meal a day, or just eating when we can, to now 3 square meals a day at basically a given time.
Is that true that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? That's the one meal I don't do.
Oh, I love
Well, it's kind of
breakfast.
interesting because when we talk about hormones, Alex, so if you skip breakfast, it actually triggers your hunger hormone more.
Oh,
And this is a hormone called ghrelin, which gets triggers by your stomach, and that follows kind of a couple of patterns. One is the circadian rhythm, and so we tend to get more hungry during the day than we are at night. And the second is how much food is in our stomach. So you'll notice that even if you don't eat breakfast or do eat breakfast, you tend to get hungry around the same time every day, right? And that's your body's clock, this ghrelin, the hunger hormone, getting triggered. Then we have leptin, which is the satiety hormone. That's produced by fat cells. So that does the opposite. It turns off our hunger. That gets triggered in the middle of the night. So you're rarely going to wake up at 2 a.m. and be super hungry, right? You're usually more satiety. Then, of course, we have insulin and a few other hormones triggered by our intestines. But I would say think about eating breakfast because it might suppress that ghrelin so that you're less likely to overindulge later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I received that.
Yeah.
I'm just not hungry when I wake up. And then I'm
Mark's
on
the
this
same
whole
way.
other, like, I just
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, we'll have, oh gosh, I want to talk to you about my
That's gotta be-
Chinese baddie routine, but that's a whole nother story. A whole nother story.
Yeah, we got to ask her about that.
I know, because it, and I wake up in the morning, it's like hot water, bone broth.
It's
and that's
interesting.
doing
I
work.
do
Yeah.
like that.
And she feels better, right?
Oh my God, and going to the bathroom
So
like
hot
nobody's
water-
business.
Right?
It's
Okay.
changed my life.
So let's do a quick aside. Don't eat
Okay.
if you're not hungry.
Okay.
Hot water in the morning is the best laxative. It triggers stretch in the stomach. It triggers a bowel movement. It's called the gastrocolic reflex. And the bone broth is a great way to get your vitamins, minerals, collagen, and protein in the morning. So I am giving an A+ to this regimen.
Oh, you
I got a Coley A+.
She doesn't give out A+.
It's true.
Okay. Okay, what does science say about meal frequency and chronic disease? What do you even talk about all this stuff with your patients?
We do. Actually, a lot of people come to me and say, okay, if I eat more frequently, I'm revving up my metabolism because it burns energy to digest my food. So I'm actually going to lose more weight or be more healthy just because I'm revving that metabolism up more frequently. So they've looked at it very extensively. Unfortunately, no. Increasing meal frequency does not help with weight loss at all. In fact, you can end up consuming bigger portions because you're eating more frequent meals. It doesn't really help with cardiovascular disease. It doesn't help with cancer. What it does really help with is heartburn and reflux. So if you're somebody who tends to get gassy or bloated or tend to have reflux when you overindulge, then those 5 small meals may be the right recipe for you. You just have to make sure that they're really small. So you take your total daily calorie intake and divide it up, because the mistake that people make is they eat normal sized meals 5 times a day, and now you're suddenly gaining a lot of weight.
It's a ton of food. What about the idea that your stomach is the size of your fist and your proportion size should essentially be that big? Is that just a myth?
No, that's not a myth. That's a really good sort of rule of thumb way of thinking about it. Now, we'll say this, the stomach, we say quote unquote stretches, but what we really mean is that your hormone levels change according to your appetite. So you can actually turn your appetite volume up or down based on your behavior, and that'll change the hormone levels over time. So the physical size of your stomach doesn't actually change, and people talk about the size of the stomach and not stretching it too much. It's not so much the size, it's more how much it gets distended based on the hormones. So a small amount of food for people that are small eaters will trigger the distension and trigger the satiety. But if you keep eating a lot every day over 2 or 3 weeks, those hormones will start to downregulate so that you're not triggering that same hormone response and your appetite kind of grows. So it's really important to be tuned into hunger when you're eating, and it's really important to stop eating when you're 80% full. because that leptin, that satiety hormone, takes 30 to 40 minutes to
So
trigger.
eat slower, Sam, because I do not.
Oh, you're a fast
eat
eater. I
slow?
just had that conversation with Ava. She's a fast eater.
Me too.
Piper will be there for like 40 minutes. Just
40
she
minutes.
takes forever to
Dear
eat her food, but it's
Lord.
great. I mean,
Good for
oh
her.
my
It's the
gosh.
right way to do it.
She'll be at that
Well,
high
and
chair
they,
for
they actually
hours.
say even the absorption of the food is better.
Okay.
It's not just how much you eat, but because you're probably chewing it more,
Right.
you're being more mindful and engaged with the food. And so, yes, you cannot be on your computer, you cannot be on your phone. You just have to sit and taste the texture and appreciate the food. And that's going to change the way your body reacts to the food.
It's good advice.
I know, Dr. Coley, good food for thought. Thank you so much.
Oh, I see what you did there.